Welcome to Coffee Date with Spirit. Grab your favorite mug and get cozy while your hosts, Kristen Forno and Amy Potter, two maybe not so ordinary mystics, chat about the extraordinary magic that can happen when you invite spirit into your life. Good morning, Kristen.
Good morning, Amy.
How are you?
I'm doing well. What's good? What's good?
What's good is that I'm here with you this morning. Yeah. Yes.
I just thought I'd throw out a different question.
I like that. What's good? And I got a good night's sleep. That's good.
I love that.
And I'm excited about doing a little ritual with you for the upcoming winter solstice.
Yes.
And the other thing, what's good, is that I want to show you the crystals that I set up for the
Ooh.
solstice. So the first one that I have is this beautiful labradorite sphere.
Wow.
And I feel like we're going to frame this solstice journey together with the new moon. So I'm really inviting in this sense of mystery and the unknown. So to me, the labradorite, really, this one in particular represents the new moon for me. You can still see like the little hint of the sun. And for me at the solstice, the sun is this space holder for the dream time, just enough illumination for us to let the subconscious come into the conscious. So
I love
the
that.
labradorite represents that. And then since we are in winter, and in this, you can't really see it very well, but this is a druzy skull.
Oh my gosh.
It's not amethyst. I can't remember the name of this crystal right now, but so this one represents the ancestors for me.
Wow. That is a
Ancestors in
beautiful,
spirit.
powerful
Yeah.
crystal. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah,
Girl.
so I got some, and then I think our journey's going to be working with the night sky in the new moon. So just like the little sparkle of the stars as this hint of inspiration in dream time, of like helping us pull our dreams down from this
Gosh.
infinite space. And then lastly, I have this really powerful ametrine double point.
Beautiful. That's so solid. Wow.
Mhm. It's a cool one. And then I have the candle that represents the goddess and divine feminine.
Did you make that one?
I did. I did.
That is just so fantastic.
Yeah, so that's our little altar. Maybe I should encourage people, if you want to pause this episode now, to grab a few things. If you like to set altars, which is just a place to focus energy for me, it's a place that inspires me. And when I want to connect with myself or spirit, like it's a place that I go to help augment that connection. So if you want to set a little altar, grab some crystals, a candle, a journal,
Writing instrument.
writing instrument, and maybe your own oracle deck. We're going to pull some cards for the winter solstice for you, but if you want to do your own practice on that, you can as well. Did I miss anything?
I think you got it all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, incense. In the tradition that I study, the winter is the time to connect with air and spirit. So anything that represents air to you, which for me, incense is a really good way to connect with air, feathers, anything like that.
I love that. And maybe something just to keep your body cozy while you're doing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Like a hot cup of tea or coffee, or like I'm picturing fuzzy slippers and a warm blanket.
I've got these ridiculous knee-high alpaca wool socks on right now. And we are going to do a guided journey. Closing your eyes is just fine, but some people actually like to put a mask over their eyes or a scarf or something like that. So, and you might want to put yourself in a place where you can lay down and really enjoy this journey, however you like to experience meditations like that. So,
And
yeah.
for that reason, I would just put in a little cautionary statement, which is if you're driving and you find yourself easily able to enter a meditative state, this may not be the time to listen to
Yes.
this particular guided journey. You may want to wait.
Pause and listen when you get home. It also would be a great time if you're listening during the day and you have time tonight after it's dark, working with the energies of the solstice. I love to work at night too. So that might help support accessing this dream time too.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, why don't we just jump into getting our guides in here and getting started? How does that feel?
Yeah. I actually just want to set the stage maybe, and then because I want the invitation to be very specific and working with this dream time and the energy of night. And I pulled one of my favorite, I haven't worked my way all the way through it yet, but one of my favorite herbalists and authors, Maya Toll. She's a doll. She lives in Asheville, and she's just this magical creature. So she published this book a couple years ago called The Night School: Lessons in Moonlight, Magic, and the Mysteries of Being Human. And oh yeah, so maybe I'll just frame it with this. This is a B. Marlowe quote from The Night Mistress, but it's the quote that she sets up her book. There are no answers, only questions enough to fill the sky. So
Oh,
inviting in this idea of only questions, no answers.
I love that. Wow. That's beautiful. That actually, ooh, that just reminded me of a beautiful invocation of spirit that we'll do. That's
Yeah.
perfect. Okay, well, then let's begin. So
Hey, can you shake it out today?
shake it out. I
Shake
like
it
the
out.
shaking lately, like my core, my
Mm.
my shoulders. Ugh, I love shaking it out. Shake out everything from the top of your head down
It
into
makes
your
me think of like
skin.
dogs when they're grounding, they
Yes.
go.
Like shake it off all the way to your tail, down to your feet. That feels good, actually. Even laughing, just release, like breathing and
All the stuff coming up from I've been holding a lot of emotions in, and I feel it just coming up and out. So that's
yeah. And
good.
honestly, if you want to let's take a second to just do some tapping, easy tapping. Like take your fingertips and just tap your collarbone, both sides, really easy around your neck. We're just going to stay there and just feel the tapping, just loosen things up above your heart, below your throat, just rhythmically. As you start to breathe, just feel that happening. And when you feel good about that, you can just go lighter.
I feel like I
Go
want to tap
lighter.
my forehead too a little bit.
Sure. Take a deep breath. Clear your throat. All right. And then I'm going to put my hands down on my knees and just take a deep breath from my belly. Let it out.
Yeah, my hands want to be upward to receive right now. So just offering that into the space.
Just take a couple deep breaths. Keep your feet on the floor. What I'm going to do is a little, before we invite in the guides, I'm going to do something special here where we're going to bring our energy together with everything around us. I'm going to have you pull in, think about little streams of energy just coming up from the ground through your feet, and streams of energy just entering into your body from down below, moving up through your legs, up to your bottom, up through your belly, up to your heart. And then in these same streams of energy, I want you to picture them coming into your hands as well. Like Amy said, receiving through your hands, these little streams of energy, and they're just moving up your arms. And as you breathe in, they're just traveling up through your shoulders, down also to your heart, and meeting all these little streams, meeting in your heart center. And I want you to think about your crown, top of your head. Picture it opening like a flower and allowing in streams of energy. These energy streams are just pulled from all over the world. They're just coming in, streaming towards you, entering through your crown, shifting down. Picture going into your third eye and downward sloping along the inside through your nose, down to your throat, and all the way down to your heart. So that when you breathe in, you're just pulling these energy strings all in. And when you breathe out, you feel the connection through your heart streaming out. Let's sit with this for a minute or two. Breathe in, feel all those energy streams and even more being pulled to you. Centering in your heart. And then streaming out of your heart. Picture your heart opening and just those streams just shooting back out. And take one more breath. Now I want to picture you to picture pulling the ball of energy you have in your heart upward. And we're going to move it up slowly.
Into the throat.
Move it right up into that throat. That was perfect. Keep it going. You want to move it all the way up out your crown into this beaming, pure essence of light, beaming light out of your crown. So all this energy you've gathered, pull it up out your crown. And as you do this, shift the energy into a ball that lands on your right side. And this is just pure cleansed energy that has gone from your heart through your crown. And this is your higher self standing beside you. So imagine what it could look like: a burst of light, beam of light, a ball of light. It's connected to you through your crown. And this is the place where you can ask any question. So this ties into what Amy's going to take us on. This is your pure being of light, your pure highest self. And as we all sit vulnerable in this moment, I want to call in our guides. And I ask to bring in protection from the divine as we do this. So let's call in our guides, all those interested in us partnering with our highest selves, developing this relationship further, being able to grow into this energetic collective of beings who are so supported and so loved. And we call in all of the elements, call in our ancestors through fire, the mineral spirits who have the stories of our past. We call in water spirits to help us connect with those stories and ourselves and the parts of ourselves that have been sitting, marinating. And we connect with the earth and ask the earth to remain below us as our ground to continue this work that we're doing together. And we call upon all the angels and the ascended masters to be with us and to join with us this circle that we've created. And we ask to know what it is we need to know today and to be open to it and to be open to this experience. And then we're going to take our little ball of energy and we're going to just shift that energy all back, now that it's met with our guides, just back into our crown. We're going to tuck it back down into our heart. Center it there. And we'll keep our heart open for this session. Deep breath. How are you feeling, Amy?
Amazing.
Mm.
That was really special.
It's an old Tibetan invocation of the soul that I just remembered when you said the questions was
Yeah.
connecting to the place where you can ask those questions. So
Yeah, it was interesting. The ball of light, when you invited that ball of light into the right side of our bodies, it wanted to go to the left side. And I said no. Like I kind of just in my imagination brought it back over to the right side and was feeling like how blocked I am right now in that place. Not right now. I'm feeling very aligned right now, but how I am feeling a little stuck in putting that higher self into action right now.
mm,
And like that resistance of being on the right side, like this highest self, and because to me that it's the yon side of us, that active side. And it's like, no, I want to receive, but I don't know that I want to do anything.
right, right.
And because there's
Wow.
a lot of fears, and I've had like the past few days, I've had a lot of resistance come up around a lot of things. It's a tough time of year for many reasons. And so it really brought into my awareness this need to put that heart and soul into action
Love
in a
it.
and action may be a strong word for it, but it's like it's this invitation to step forward in your
Yes.
highest self. And I'm like,
Yes.
oh no, I want to nest. I want so
You
it
can
was
nest in your higher self.
you
Yes.
can, but like I'm really being asked to step in and to share and to actually be, yeah,
Yes.
outward with my expression now in my job, in our work together. And so it was really interesting how difficult that was for me. I'm like, oh,
That
it's
is
interesting
really
to notice.
fascinating. I
Yeah.
love that connection you made it because it's like inviting yourself, like it's kind of this practice, the actual meditation or the invocation it's called is like to connect to your pure spiritual consciousness. So it is, I love how you just weave together these things that are things you and I know, right? Like left is receptive, right is doing. Like a lot of people don't understand why. And like I remember in Catholic training for communion, you put your left hand on top of your right because you stick your hands out to receive communion. And
Yeah.
then you take your right hand in act of receiving
Yeah.
communion. And so
Yeah.
there's all these little cues and these little feelings. And when you just said that, I hadn't really connected with the idea of this even being on the right at all. It's just what the practice is. I've never thought to question it. So thank you for
Yeah, it's
that.
almost like you're inviting your highest self to lead the way,
Yes.
is what it feels like, right?
Yes. I
So
love it. Thank you.
no, thank you. I love learning these new
Very,
things.
very
Okay,
cool.
so we are gonna do a ritual based on the winter solstice, which is the time of year where it's the shortest day and longest night. But actually, the sun kind of hangs out for about 3 days. So the solstice is not just the one day. So it's like time stands still for a few days, and
Oh,
it's this like dark night for a few days, and just inviting the unknown and the mystery. And it's learning for me when I started working with the solstice energy, it quickly became one of my favorite of the like Celtic celebrations because I was like, I don't like winter, I don't like the dark, and I don't like the cold. And then when I realized that this time of year, if you can give yourself permission to take a big exhale and understand that the earth is asleep, like, and we can also just be in this dormant phase
I love that.
and this just like feeling of dream time and receptivity and cozy and relaxation and not doing. And so I was like, oh, wow. like once I aligned myself, and this, I mean, the holidays is really hard. It's a hard time of year, which I think also creates this friction in me because I'm like, no, no, no. We're supposed to be resting and receiving and not doing it. And
That is
yeah,
not what this season feels like
no,
typically.
no,
So it
not
is, you have to be intentional to really make it about that, to bring it back to what it's meant to be, for
right.
sure. Like
So we,
there's a
yeah.
practice, the Higgy practice, right?
Oh,
In
yeah.
which is more about that. It's more connected to that idea. So I feel you with it's gotten out of control here in our
Yeah.
country, I think, and our practices have gotten lost. So
Yeah.
of the idea of getting back there today and reminding ourselves of where we're supposed to be and that it's natural. It's in
Yeah.
connection with nature to do
Yeah,
this.
it's natural to want to rest this time of year. It's natural to sleep longer and to give yourself space to do that. But also, like, to dream, like when we to bring the your subconscious night world into consciousness is it's a beautiful time of year to do that, just to allow yourself to like wildly dream and not make anything of it, but just to dream. And then
Yes.
as we move toward February, when the earth starts to stir and like it's still freezing, but every once in a while you feel that warmer wind creep in, like that's when we can start pulling these dreams and manifesting them and start putting attention into growing them. But like this time of year, it's just the imagine like the expansiveness of space
Yes.
and just to dream. And I love that, this dream time. So
Yeah. Love it.
yeah. So Kristen's gonna pull some cards to
Yes.
set up our ritual.
And I think I'll just pull one to start. And if we feel like if we need another, we'll pull it. That way we can move on with the ritual.
Yeah.
So I've shuffled the deck. I'm using one called the Wanderer's Tarot, and it's by Casey Zabala. I'm
Okay.
apologize for her name. I love it. It's black and white. It's like pencil lines, almost like when you were a kid and you had the black sheet and you could etch it into it
Yeah.
and see what appeared. That's what these look like to me. They're really beautiful, simple white lines for the drawings.
Yeah,
So
it's like there's space in them, right? So there's no color. We haven't filled them in. It's just like this spaciousness. So
and the suits are moons, stones, feathers, and knives. They're
fun.
slightly different from the traditional, which I also love. Okay, here's our I already know we're going to pull more cards.
Yeah, I do. I was like, it's not going to be one.
I know it's not one. So the first one is the Goddess of Stones.
Oh, I felt her. I not that I've known this deck, but I was like, Stones is going to come through first.
Yes, and
Yeah.
definitely woman. And the stones represent what is harvested and sown in the earth and is associated with the economy and material wealth. So it goes with discs.
Discs. Yeah.
So I put that one in what our soul is. And then, ooh, the star, my favorite
Ah,
card, every deck.
and look at all the water energy in that too. Yeah. So she feels like she's the invitation right now.
At her crown, she has a star over her crown. She's got these beautiful flowers, stars in her hair, and essentially different cut. They almost look like portal stars.
Yeah. It
Pouring water,
definitely.
there's a little labyrinthy looking circle of,
And it's interesting, she's pouring a vessel of water, a jug of water into the water and
oh,
into the earth. But it
yes.
looks like she's sitting halfway in the water and halfway in the reed. Like it's like very marsh feeling to me, but she's halfway in between both worlds.
Yeah,
The
she's
water.
almost in a meditative position, hovering. And then the left side, she's pouring it. It almost looks like it's forming a tree.
Oh, yeah, it does look like it's like roots.
Yeah.
And
And
that's such a
normally
cool
the
card.
star is pulling from the air, almost like the magician. It's got kind of
Yeah.
a, so that's interesting. And then the bottom card is the sun, just as a,
Ah,
and
yep,
the
that
sun
makes
is
sense. She's kind of tucked and hiding, but she's coming back with the solstice. It's the return of the sun.
yeah, and it's a
That
hand.
is so cool.
Okay, goddess of stones. So in reverence and strength, the goddess of stones appears to remind us to be grateful for our riches and what we have accomplished for ourselves. You are either in a very stable position in your life or have welcomed a benefactor who is. In either case, it's wise now to take off Take stock of your possessions and take note of how you arose to this place of power. The teaching of stones is also about quietude. Best not to boast or brag about your success, but to feel great internal pride. Now, I did pull this reversed. That's the only card I pulled reversed, and she does
Okay.
have a reverse reading, so I'll
Yeah.
read it. What was once yours may fall into another's hands if you do not protect it. Be sure to act with intention in all exchanges of wealth and energy. In particular, work on supporting your immune system at this time.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean that resonates with this time of year, especially is this rest and the yin, receiving, restoring. Like that's what the earth is doing right now, is in the northern hemisphere, it's restoring herself. So really using that rest and stillness to help boost the immune system.
And
Rest
I
is,
love it's also saying like show gratitude and take stock in what you have. It's very end of the year
yeah.
type of connected as well. Yeah, the immune system could definitely take a hit this time of year. Interesting. Okay, so that is where our soul is taking us. Yeah,
A
that's
really
really,
interesting card, yeah.
that is, I
And
love
then
that.
the star, yeah.
Star, which is physical. This is my favorite card in every deck. I just love it. The star goddess sits peacefully at the edge of a small pool. There's all this reflection of this blue coming onto the card in the purple.
Yeah.
While she receives grace and nourishment from the soft starlight, she replenishes both earth and water with consciousness. The 7 stars adorning her hair represent her twinkling chakra system, illuminated through her deep meditative work. The star offers a period of calm integration after a presumed period of unrest or upheaval. She encourages us to heal old wounds. Through meditation, we're able to find inner equilibrium. This is the star's teaching. She promises us reconciliation and peace by reminding us to stay hopeful. She can guide us through our inner planes to a place of true bliss where we find our personal North Star, which directs us on our path. Inherent in this process of renewal and rebirth is the need to give back. The star encourages us to find our place in the cosmic cycle, the cycle of giving and receiving. I'm just
So
giddy because I know this ritual is going to be so tied into everything we're doing. It's like all coming up.
it's
It's
perfect.
perfect.
Yeah, I decided to embrace the theme of the season of venturing into the unknown and the mystery. I was going to plan a journey, and I sat down a few times to do it, and I was like, nope. I am supposed to practice what I preach and embrace the mystery of it. But
Because you have the thing that is the mystery to me that is so wonderful about this connection. First of all, whatever you prompted in me to do the meditation and invocation, and then your glittery star
yes.
right there. And you mentioned that there's a reason for having the star, like the glittery, and that's in this card right here.
Yep,
So it's
totally. And then I mentioned the sun so she is about rebirth, right? We're at the solstice and the return of the sun. And some of the symbols are the holly, the red berry represents new life, the blood of new life. The sun is the rebirth and this renewal of the cycle. So to have the sun at the bottom of the deck, because she's still, I mean, we still are in like the harshest part of winter. So the sun wasn't in the main reading, she's hiding. Like the sun's still hiding.
well,
Um,
she's what I love about the image is also the sun is in a hand. It's actually in two,
yeah.
it's in 2 hands.
Yep.
And yeah, she's still there. She's around, she surrounds us
Yeah.
no matter what, she's within us. Okay, let me read this one. The sun, radiant and jubilant, the sun is held gently in 2 giant hands. These are your hands as the sun is shining for you. Allow yourself to glow, to be nourished, and to exude warmth. The sun reminds us to simply be in harmony with Earth's nourishing energies. She is the great life giver on our planet, and without her, we would be nothing. Offering a period of great happiness and a sense of purpose, the sun card is truly a gift. Reflected in its astrological properties, the sun rules over our character and ego. If the sun is shining within your reading, the answer is yes, and you should be elated to move forward, basking in the brilliance. The sun may even signify some piece of lost knowledge that has come into clarity, giving way to an auspicious outcome.
Yeah, the sun is the hope, the happiness, and it fits in with the card that we pulled yesterday on
Yes.
our Instagram card of the day.
Yes.
The Nine of Cups, this like overflowing like happiness. So yeah, so she's the sun is the space holder of illuminating your dreams. Like, what dreams are you inviting in?
And also this idea that it's something you keep inside of you. It's tucked in, it's your warm glow.
In
It's
your radiant.
even in this season of, cold, frigid sometimes experiences, it's still there, always there. Okay.
That's a very cool reading.
I'm excited. That was very good. I love it. I love all the connections. Always.
I'm just pausing to see. Yeah, I think that we will move into the guided meditation, our imaginative journey. And we're going to use I call it the enchanting forest as the threshold into the space. And it feels like the goddess of the stars is inviting, we might meet her there. But
Ooh.
I also want to leave space. I'm going to invite her in, but she may not be embodied. I just want to preface like guided journey work to not judge yourself at all. If you're new to doing guided journeys, just allow, don't overthink. Just allow, if you don't feel anything, if you don't see anything, that's okay too. Just be open to receiving. So I'm going to invite the goddess of the stars into a clearing in the enchanted forest, but she may just be the cosmos. She may be embodied sitting in there. I don't know. And she will appear as she needs to whomever's listening. So just be open to the mystery of it. I know we already did a little grounding, but I'm going to do a little connection to earth and star before, just to set us up.
Yes. Yeah, we came very into our thinking minds there. So let's get back out.
Yeah. Okay, so this would be a good place if you are at home and cozy. If you want to lay down and stretch out, get a blankie, you can cover your eyes, whatever. It also, if you just want to sit in your chair, I invite you to kind of just get comfy and settle into your body. Whatever feels good. And let's just take a couple deep breaths into the belly. And drawing your awareness to your heart center. And it's so interesting. What just wanted to come through is drawing your awareness to your dream center. We think of our dreams as coming through our minds, but what goddess is inviting, or what spirit's inviting into this moment, is thinking of your heart as your dream center. So breathing into the heart center, just noticing and growing that feeling of warmth and love. Then imagine a beautiful, glowing, white, golden light in your heart center, and breathing that, with each breath stoking that fire. Your inner light, your sun. And then from that beautiful heart fire, imagining a golden thread start to spin and spiral. We're going to send that golden thread all the way deep into the heart center of Mother Earth. So imagining that golden thread in your heart and sending it down into your belly, into your sacrum between your hips, into your sex, down your legs, out of your feet, and into the earth. letting that golden thread push its way into the soil, past the roots in the rocks, finding its way into the underground waterways, into the caves and the crystal caverns. The golden thread weaving its way into the bedrock of Mother Earth until it reaches the magma center, the heart fire of Mother Earth. And just taking a few breaths here to breathe with Mother Earth. Maybe sensing your heartbeat sync with her heartbeat. Allowing this support, this love from Mother Earth just to hold you here. And then breathing as Mother Earth. Breathing as her oceans, as her lakes and rivers and streams. Breathing as her mountains, as her plains and deserts. Breathing as her stones and minerals. Breathing as her plants, her trees. Breathing as her animals. Really feeling the connectedness of all life and all matter on Earth. This oneness here. And with your next breath, pulling that golden thread back up from her heart fire, the heart center of Mother Earth, this magma center, and pulling it back up through the bedrock into the crystal caves and caverns, into the underground waterways, and up into the soil. This is the soil of all life before us. The soil of the Earth Star chakra. This embodied wisdom. And pulling that thread back up through your feet and all the way into your heart. Letting the heart fire of Mother Earth join your own heart fire. And feeling into how your heart center, this sun, might have expanded. And then imagining a silver thread starting to spin and spiral in this flame in your heart fire. We're going to send that silver thread all the way up to your mother star. Your mind might say, I don't know where that is, or I don't know what that is, but just letting your spirit and your intuition lead the way. That silver thread spinning its way from your heart up into your throat, into your third eye, and out the crown of your head, out the building, and into the sky. And gaining some momentum as you find your way into our own solar system, passing our planets and our moon and our sun, and gaining speed as you speed through billions of galaxies until you find your own mother star. This mother, this place from which your soul was born. Letting that thread join her heart fire. And breathing with her. Maybe letting your heartbeat sync with her heartbeat. And then breathing as your mother star. Breathing as this great cosmic source. Breathing into the great mystery. This place of spirit, of divine wisdom. This place of inspiration where everything is possible. Feeling into this field of all potentiality. This limitlessness. And then with your next breath, sending that silver thread from her heart center, from the heart center of your mother star, all the way down through the billions of galaxies, and speeding your way into our own galaxy, passing our planets, our moon, our sun, and then pausing at the threshold of Earth's atmosphere. Pausing to look down on this beautiful blue planet that we call home, where our soul's embodied, and feeling what a gift it is to be here on this earth. And with that awe, that gratitude, that wonderment of all of the treasures on this planet, bringing that feeling back down through this silver thread into Earth's atmosphere, into the sky, letting that silver thread fall back into your heart center. The heart fire of your mother star joining the heart fire of Mother Earth, joining your own soul's fire into this beautiful, radiant light between Earth and stars, connected through your heart. And from this place, I invite you to pull into your imagination a beautiful ancient forest at winter, deep into the night. Letting your body, your senses, your hearing, your sight adjust to this dark new moon at the threshold of this beautiful forest. The earth is soft still, the barren trees. Noticing how the stars sparkle. Your sight has adjusted to the night forest, and you see a path in front of you, and you begin to walk. You notice the soft rustle of mice beneath the leaves. Maybe you feel an owl watching you as you walk through the forest. Just trusting in yourself that you know the way down this path. Noticing what you hear. Noticing the wind on your cheeks. Noticing how the cold makes you feel awake and alive. Noticing this breath of winter that you're pulling into your lungs. And as you walk, a mist starts to form at your feet, a violet mist. And as you walk, it grows thicker and thicker and thicker to the point where you can't see where you're going. But you let your feet guide the way, you let your spirit guide the way, sinking into your knowing, trusting that where your feet fall is where they're supposed to fall. Breathing in the sweetness of this violet mist, noticing how it might taste on your tongue. And as you walk, this mist starts to settle. It starts to break away. And you find yourself on the edge of a clearing in the forest. And in the clearing, the goddess of the stars invites you to step into this clearing of the unknown and the mystery. Here, looking up at the stars and feeling into the expansiveness of this place of the unknown, the twinkling light. It's a new moon. You might see a subtle hint of the moon, but really just feeling in to the sparkle of the stars, and breathing in this darkness. And the goddess of the stars is asking you to dream with her. What dreams have you been holding deep inside you, deep in your subconscious? What dreams have you put aside? And she's asking you to invite in all of your dreams into this space. She invites you now just to receive anything that comes through. Maybe she's just holding you in this beautiful place of the unknown, allowing you to let go of needing to know. Inviting her twinkling stars into your toes. Inviting her star energy into wherever in your body you want her magic to go. As you gaze up in the stars, she wants you to hear that you're looking up at 1,billion suns. These tiny little micro suns, feeling into this dark sky and how that spaciousness invites you to fill it with your own dreams. Just taking time to breathe that in. Maybe you lay down in this space on the cold earth and stargaze, letting your mind go deep into the infinite space of spirit. This place of stillness. And she has a message for you, and just allowing yourself to feel what that message might be. And she invites you to ask her questions to the star goddess. What do I need to know right now? How are we guided by the star goddess? And she's inviting our beautiful, wise, kind, loving ancestors to surround us in this circle, in this clearing, in the forest, to hold you in this space, knowing that they're there holding our dreams and helping us manifest our dreams. And when you're ready, reaching into your pocket, you have a gift for the star goddess, thanking her for holding us in this space. And in exchange for your gift, she has a gift for you to carry with you. It may be a physical item, it may be just a feeling in your body, it may be a gift of a dream you've forgotten. So in this place of gratitude exchange, finding the path from where you came and entering back into the forest, walking down this path, the barren trees, the starlit path, and noticing how you feel in your body on the way back out of the forest. You may have a guide that walks with you back out of the forest as well, an animal guide, a human guide. And as you walk, that violet mist begins to swirl around you, wrapping you in this divine love, in this mystery. So thick you can't see in front of you, just trusting your feet to take you back out of the forest. And slowly the mist begins to fade, and you find yourself at the entrance to the forest. You might turn around and look at the path from where you came, feeling into the magic. And slowly noticing your body, you may put your hands over your eyes and opening your eyes behind your hands and coming back into this room, into this place, into this time. You can take a minute to write in your journals any of the wisdom that you gained, any of your dreams.
Wow.
Yeah, the
That
mystery.
was beautiful. Well, let me tell you a little bit of what I felt because, well, first of all, I laid down on my couch because I had the opportunity, which I would never do with anyone else. I would only do this with you, in my cozy blanket. And there's a lot of light in the room. So I was questioning that in the beginning. I was like, I should put something over my eyes, but I have my huge crystal I just put on my heart. And, the thread work for me is just so beautiful. I've heard you do that before, the golden thread and then the silver thread. So connecting to my star and to my heart and to the earth. That is just so beautiful in general. Like I could do that every day and breathe as the earth. I mean, oh, I just like that was so juicy. So I felt really expansive before we even got to the forest. So that was really interesting. And I felt like I was grounded before. So while I felt expanded, this like connection to a star billions of galaxies away or whatever, it just opens you up to possibility, right? So I got to the edge of the forest and I got cold.
Mhm.
I got chills, like chilly cold. I have never had a physical sensation happen in any
Yeah.
guided anything. Never like where I could say my body feels warm or cold or anything, not like that. So that was wild. And then entering when I entered into the opening, what I experienced was like the cosmic stars, but there was
Mhm.
a being in the center. But as soon as I entered, I had this feeling of being at the edge of this huge circle, and then the ancestors came in, and it was like this filling in, and this I'm getting goosebumps talking about it, and this circle, this filling in, and this witnessing that was happening of what we were all there for.
Yeah. Yeah. I felt them come in later. They did. They came in when I mentioned it. I was like, oh, they've all stepped in, but that's they were there for you in the beginning, right?
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
right there. Like they
Yeah.
all just walked out of the forest. It was like, wow.
Bills too.
And then I went off and I don't know where I went. I mean, I was struggling a little to stay listening versus wherever I was going. So even before I get to the end, I want to just say like that the part of the unknown that this all works on is inside yourself too. Like there's just subconscious, subliminal, liminal space, everything work happening. It doesn't have to be that you're particularly attentive and
Yeah.
listening for every word and doing as said. It's there, you're being led, and wherever your soul goes is where it's meant to go. And so the non-judgment, I was struggling a little like, oh, wait, I'm listening. No, I'm not listening.
I think that,
I didn't feel like I was struggling to keep up with you. I was noticing my internal desire to be following
oh,
with
right.
while my soul is like, here we're going. This is where we're going. That's the way I experience my biggest awakenings is there's an entrance and there's a support and there's a, framework. And then I'm out somewhere gathering something. And then I came back through to the forest edge and I got cold again,
Yeah.
which I was like, what? I was like thinking, my rational brain's like, oh, it got chilly in the house, or no, I got cold again.
I remember you telling me, I think it was one of our first episodes, that you don't do imaginative journeys very well, that it's hard for you to connect the body to the imagination in these journeys. So that's when you said that, I was like, oh, well, that's cool.
It's
The mind and
amazing.
body is so connected that I was like, that doesn't make sense for Kristen, but like,
It,
that's so cool that you
and
felt that.
felt and saw like a circle, which I don't see things. So, I mean, it was really beautiful. And
Saw the
coming
ancestors
back,
come in and
yeah,
oh,
I mean, it's powerful. And then when I came back, and you said to put your hands over your eyes. When I put my hands over my eyes, I ended up doing it a couple times because I couldn't believe it. It was like cosmic stardust.
whoa,
Yeah, when I put my hands to my eyes, I was like, where is this coming from? This is
that's awesome.
amazing. So I
Wow.
felt like by the act of doing that, I was just affirming like
Yeah.
all yours. Now it's, you've met this cosmic mother.
Yeah.
I thought it was beautiful. It was really beautiful.
Did you have a gift or receive a gift from Goddess?
No. And
Mm.
so when I say no, I mean in my imagination trying to see and do that. No, but that's the point where I was off. So I
Okay. Yeah,
I
yeah.
did.
So you did.
So yes, I
Yeah.
received something. I have no idea what
Yeah.
it is, but knowing as I came back and put my hands over my eyes in the stardust, I feel like it's an
Mm.
imbuing,
Yeah.
like something's still with me. It's going to stay with me. That's what I feel. Whew, I got total chills.
So fun. Let's see. Is there something that we need to do to wrap up this ritual? Yeah, it's interesting because the sun, what was coming to mind is the sun is a star, right? And this idea of the our own personal light as this own personal sun or this personal star goddess that lives in our heart,
I love
um,
that.
always there holding space for us.
Mhm. Love that.
Yeah, and it's interesting that the return of the sun didn't really want to come through. This idea of renewal and rebirth that the solstice symbolizes this time of year, this ritual really felt like more of an invitation to have the sun as that bottom card in the deck. She's there slowly illuminating our dreams, but to not let her like pull us into action right now is to let us stay in that new moon space of not knowing and dreaming and yeah,
Yes.
just letting Yeah, letting that infinite field of all potentiality guide us right now in a limitless sort of way.
Yeah.
Like, how do I create space in my schedule to tap into this place of mystery, of possibility? Because it does take conscious practice to say, okay, like I'm going to let myself be still and receive and to enter into this dream time. A dream journal also would be a great idea. Start
That.
keeping track of your dreams, keep it by your bed. Yeah, so it's all about receiving dreams, receiving guidance, and how guided we are, like what support you have in this world, but our ancestors showing up in that meditation is this like kind of final, like you are supported, you
That's
know.
what I was thinking of, were the ancestors as my community of support.
Yeah. So we have a community of support in body, but we also have this huge community of light workers and light beings that support us in spirit and are walking with us every day.
Mm, I
So
love it.
Kristen and I want to thank you for joining us. We love you very much.
Thank you, Amy. Absolutely beautiful. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. I appreciate you. Thank you for holding this space for me. So
All right, bye, listeners.
bye. We'll see you next time.
Come take a peek with me. I see another side.
Thanks for joining us. Until our next coffee date, may spirit lead you into all the magic.
Another side.